Hello, everyone. This is a no save, no damage playthrough of Resident Evil 2 Classic, 1998. I am joined today by a fellow content creator and a very close friend of mine, Ant, and Zombie Slayer is here with us today on this recording. What's going on, Ant?
Hey, what's up? I'm excited to be here. I can't wait.
Yeah, Ant Zombie Slayer, he has a fantastic channel everybody should check out. He is hysterical. He makes a lot of Let's Plays, does a lot of Resident Evil. He's also a Resident Evil fanatic like me. So he's joining us today. He's going to be joining us on a lot of our OG adventures. So
Can't wait.
thank you, Anthony, for
And
being here.
check out Notorious Base. He does no damage, no save videos. Pretty impressive.
I need some help. All right, so without further ado, guys, thank you, and let's begin.
Resident Evil 2. A bizarre incident occurred in the outskirts of an American suburb called Raccoon City. It was later revealed that the terrible disaster had been caused by the T virus, a mutagenic toxin created by the international enterprise Umbrella Incorporated for use in bioweapon experiments. The Raccoon City Police Department's Special Stars Unit immediately began investigation in the affair. The case was apparently closed, thanks to the efforts of STARS members Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine. But the Umbrella Corporation's experiments were far from finished.
What have we got here?
Guy's a maniac. Why'd he bite me?
Man, what a mess! What could have done this? What was that? What are these things? All right, that's far enough. Don't move! Don't move. No! What's up with that guy? That was a clean hit. I'm running out of ammo here.
Wait! Don't shoot!
Get down! We can't stay out here. Head to the police station. It'll be a lot safer. There! Buckle up.
Okay. What's going on? I arrived in town, and the whole place went
Great.
insane.
The radio's out.
You're a cop, right?
Yeah, first day on the job. Great, huh? Name's Leon Kennedy. Nice to meet you.
Mine's Claire. Claire Redfield. I came to find my brother, Chris.
Hey, could you open the glove box?
Sure. There's a gun inside.
Better take it with you.
Look out!
You okay?
Still in one piece.
Maniac's gonna ram us! Run! Claire!
Leon!
I'm okay. Head to the station. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, this is the beginning of a no save,
Look
no
at that cutscene.
damage. That was a long cutscene. Funny enough, me and Anthony actually did a commentary of this game a while back.
Yeah, that's why I'm getting deja vu.
so,
Did the whole thing. I mean,
so
it was like beautiful.
it was, and when I upgraded to Windows 11, it got corrupted, unfortunately. But this is a much better run.
No.
Freeze! Who are you? What are you doing here?
Hold your fire! I'm a human!
Sorry about that. I thought you were one of them.
What's going on in this town?
Hold on. I don't have a clue. By the time I noticed something was wrong, the entire city was infested with zombies.
Sorry about that, babe. So,
We're in Kendo's gun shop. This is Robert Kendo, for those who don't know.
yeah, so he's 100% right. The reason I didn't go ahead and grab that handgun ammo to the left was because if we did, Kendo, the zombies would burst in.
Oh, okay, so it outgrows.
Yeah.
Interesting. So I was saying before, this is one of my favorite games ever. I played this back in '98. I think I was like 9, third grade.
Wow, yeah.
A lot of memories.
I remember watching my dad play it. I was a young kid. What I did right there, for those of you who don't know, was I'm playing on the GameCube emulator, so unfortunately when you play on it, you have to actually turn on auto aim. So we're just going to make sure that we take these zombies out.
Nice. And this is a no save, no damage Leon A, which is the first sequence.
Yeah, so this is Anthony's completely right. This is a first scenario of Leon in the 98 version. This is technically not the canon run, but since the remake has come out, the way that my mind projects it is it's Leon first, Claire second, but it's up for speculation.
This to me always felt like it was more canon than Claire A, but
it did, and I think that's what they realized redoing it. So as you guys saw right there, we hugged the wall. We made sure that we kept enough distance from Misty. Misty is extremely dangerous. She likes to lunge at you. I personally fucking hate her, but...
And when we say Misty is a zombie type. So it's usually the female zombie with the tank top and the short hair. There's a zombie type that is used in this game, and they recycle her in the remake as well. See, that's a Misty zombie.
Correct. And basically what we're doing right here is we're running through without picking up handgun ammo. Now, I was going to go for the special costume, but I think I just got fed up trying to, run through this so many times.
Yeah, if you could try that, viewers. If you're not going for no save, no damage, you want to get the outfit. You got to get through this part without collecting any items, and then below there's a staircase that goes down on the side, and that will bring out a special zombie, which is Brad Vickers from Stars,
Right,
which is one of the members from Resident Evil 1.
I find it so interesting that he gets absolutely destroyed by Nemesis in 3, and I know that takes place before this is happening, but he just
Yeah,
ends
yeah,
up in that hallway. Like, what the hell?
yep, yep.
So let's go meet our buddy Marvin, aka Will Smith.
Oh, man. Who are you? Oh, you must be the new guy. Leon. Sorry, but it looks like your party has been canceled. What happened? About 2 months ago, there was this incident involving zombies in a mansion located in the outskirts of this city. Chris and the other STARS members discovered that Umbrella was behind everything. They risked their lives to reveal the truth, but no one believed them. Not long after that, all this started to happen. Hang in there. Don't worry about me. Just rescue the survivors in the other rooms. Here, take this key card. You should be able to unlock the doors in the hall with this. Now go. But just go.
Fine, but I'm coming back for you. Just hold on.
Alright, so we're heading back out into the RPD lobby, and me and Anthony were actually just reminiscing on a mod for Resident Evil 2 where Leon takes the place of Mayor Waller's daughter on top of Chief Iron's desk. It's hysterical.
Pretty funny, yeah. I never played it, but I watched a famous YouTuber stream. It was pretty funny. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. So we used the card key that we got from Marvin, and that'll unlock the east and west sides of the RPD first floor. So we're going to start off by... Which way is this? This is the west hallway?
That's the west hallway, yeah.
Yeah, so basically one thing I'd like to discuss is, for those of you who don't know, Resident Evil 2 had a lot of makeovers. So originally that's where 1.5 comes in. Hideki Kamiya, he wrote the story. They weren't a big fan of it, Capcom, so they rewrote it. So now basically the RPD, it was once a museum, and it was purchased by the police department in order to be their new headquarters.
Right.
If you guys check out Resident Evil 1.5, much different.
Much different.
So for the liquor, you just want to hug the left side, let him do his weird little tongue move. Now, Anthony, there's a lot of speculation about where liquors come from. Do you want to talk to people a little bit about, like, from the Resident Evil 1 connection with Crimson Heads? They believe, like...
Oh, that they're, what, like an evolution of that?
Yeah. And I don't know if it's ever been, like, proven, but...
So basically, if we're going to compare it to Pokemon, let's say if Zombie is, the first stage or evolution, Crimson Head is the second one, and Lickers is the third one. So
it's a good explanation, actually.
It's like your Crimson Head evolved into a Licker,
Literally.
Basically.
And the Pokeball gets thrown out. So basically what we did there was I grabbed a little bit of handgun ammo in the corner. This is also, just to let everybody know, this is the US version of Resident Evil 2. I do have a Claire run, but that is the Japanese version, so items will be located in different locations. Just keep that in mind. Both game variants have different item locations. We also grabbed the red jewel by burning the painting. Right here, we're just gonna run.
Also, too, isn't it? It's a little different as far as enemy placement. There's less enemies, but harder bosses in Japanese.
Yes, so it's 100% right. So basically, what they did was they put enemies in a basic light pattern so that it's kind of easier to dodge them. There's less enemies, like there's less lickers in certain areas, like the underground. but the boss battles actually take a certain amount of more HP damage, and it could be quite a pain in the ass. But there's actually handgun ammo behind the statue, which a lot of people actually never knew.
I never knew that until recently. Yeah, I didn't even know that. I was like, what?
I know.
Crazy.
It's you could find anything in these games. So we're just gonna hug the wall and head right into the Star's office.
But yeah, I mean, I used to play this game like crazy back in the day.
All right, so
I
no,
would
me and you
play.
both. Now we're gonna go ahead and grab this unicorn medallion and meet Claire.
Leon!
It's good to see you're still among the living. It looks like we're not gonna find your brother here after all. There's no reason for us to stay any longer than necessary. Let's split up, look for any survivors, and get out of here.
Right.
One last thing. Here's a radio. Take it. That way we can keep in touch if anything happens.
All right, so we just met with a shotgun in the locker. That's a great place to put a shotgun.
Yeah. Interestingly,
Yeah. It's like it's like an office locker where there's like shelves.
Yeah.
I don't know how you fit.
I don't know how you were able to put it in a M8. What is it? An M87? It's like an M870 Remington, or something like that. So we already pushed the one statue against the wall. Now we're going to go ahead and push this silver statue, the stone statue, onto the other platform. We want to have both red jewels.
Yep. I wanted to mention, too, going back a little bit to Resident Evil 1.5, I think they finished, 80% of the game until they just completely cut it.
Yeah, so basically...
And then, yeah.
So basically, just to touch on that real fast, in March of 97, they had 80% of the game done, of 97, and they just decided to scrap it. And apparently there's an 80% version hanging out somewhere in the world. We have no idea where it is.
Extremely rare to find. It's like...
So we're just going to pull these zombies towards the stairs, and then we're going to aim up. The greatest thing about the OG Resident Evils, like 1, 2, and 3, is that the headshots are just phenomenal with the shotgun.
Yeah, yep.
Alright, so now that we have the unicorn medallion, we have to be careful, because there's going to be hands. Now, these hands don't actually cause any HP damage, but it's basically... it's actually pseudo damage, so it just doesn't look clean if you get grabbed by these hands, so I just decided, you know what, let me wait for their hands to leave.
That used to scare the crap out of me.
Yeah. Dad, I used to like scream. So once the liquor drops down, yeah, once he drops down, we basically have to make a run for the door. If not, we're gonna get sliced in half.
And I have with me, I have the Resident Evil 2 PS1 case with me for this commentary. I have the one that says "Won a Part in the Movie" or other great prizes.
Is that the one that has the red stick thing on it, or yellow?
Yellow.
Yellow, okay.
And let's see, I'll read a little bit of the bottom.
The
back.
As he reads that, we're going to go ahead and grab the spade key, and then we're going to head back down the west hallway. Go right ahead, Ant.
So on the back it says, "Can you survive the horror?" First there was the disaster at the Mansion Lab, Resident Evil 1. Umbrella Corporation developed a T-virus, a mutagenic toxin, for use in biological weapons. After breaking loose, living things mutated into all sorts of decaying creatures. The case was eventually closed, but Umbrella's experiments were far from over. Now it's the worst possible nightmare. A new virus runs rampant. All of Raccoon City is infested. Bloodthirsty zombies, hideous mutations now overwhelm the community. When Leon and Claire arrive in town, their nightmare is just beginning. You now control their destiny. if the suspense doesn't kill you, something else will.
That is one hell of a like backside to a
Pretty
game.
dope. That's pretty
That
dope.
is phenomenal. So we used the spade key in this hallway, and we went inside of the filing room, and we went up top. We pushed the shelf, the ladder, and we grabbed the crank. Crank is going to be necessary going forward. But that's kind of interesting that you mentioned a little bit about Claire Redfield. Did you want to touch on who Claire Redfield was supposed to be and who she was supposed to be twice?
Yep. So initially she's supposed to be what, Rachel Spire?
Yep.
Forrest Spire's sister, right?
Yep, she was supposed to
From
be...
Resident Evil 1.
Yes. Yeah, she was supposed to be Rachel Spire, like he said, the sister of Forrest, the late Forrest, who was pecked to death by crows.
And then they were going to create this character called Elsa Walker, who, if you played the remake, Resident Evil 2 remake, you can get the Elsa Walker costume as Claire, it's basically a motorcycle biker outfit with a bunch of ads on it. But that was her outfit in the original Resident Evil 1.5. If you get, I think, the deluxe edition, it comes with it on the Resident Evil 2 remake.
That's awesome. I can't believe the changes they made in this game. Now, if you guys just saw, we went around those zombies, dodging them, just like we did in this hallway, because honestly, we could save the ammo. We don't need to worry about killing those zombies at the moment. What I like to do is, since I have the crank already in my inventory, I'm going to go ahead and use the crank, because I'm somebody that when it comes to item management, I like to get rid of stuff as fast as possible. Now,
good idea.
Yeah. So, Claire's scenario and Leon's scenario has also different enemies in their locations. Like, if we were playing as Claire right now, there would have been a licker on this 3rd floor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and they eventually decided to go with a more popular character related. Chris Redfield's sister, younger sister, they created Claire Redfield for this game.
Yeah.
Instead.
And that's basically the origin of Claire Redfield. They wanted somebody to be related to one of the members of STARS that literally survived the incident, because they felt that if they drew away too far from the source content, it may not sell well. People got attached to Jill and, Chris and even Barry and Rebecca. So we're going to go ahead.
I think that's why she was chosen as the first scenario, because of her name, but Leon is the character that wound up being more popular.
I know. So basically what we did was we completed the bookshelf puzzle. We just hit the one all the way to the left and then the one next to it to the right, and we got the first plug. The plugs will be useful a little bit later on in the game.
Leon gets the plugs, Claire gets the, what is it, like the tablets?
Yeah. So they both get like different items in order to progress within the game's story. So we're gonna go ahead and take care of this zombie. You can dodge him, but because of the angle of the camera, it's not worth taking the chance. We're gonna go ahead and drop the emergency ladder just so that we could travel from the ground floor to the 2nd floor much easier.
Yeah, this is a big move right here. Really big move.
Absolutely. Now, since these zombies are off camera, you could either pull them over, or you could just lock on and try to down them. It's safer that way. I recommend just, with auto-aim, locking on to these zombies and finishing them off, because there's a very high chance that if you're not paying attention, you'll get bit.
Yep. I always felt that this big hallway was like a cathedral.
That's
it
what
looks a lot like a chapel.
That's honestly what it feels like. It's supposed to be a museum, right? But like the museum, it was really creepy kind of museum. And let's talk about this music. This is some of the best music I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, it's amazing. Well, nothing like Resident Evil 2 save room theme.
Just phenomenal. All right, so now we're heading over to the hallway that had the helicopter crash. We have 2 zombies in this hallway. We're going to neutralize them.
And You'll find out what happened to the helicopter in the B scenario.
Exactly. So in the original Resident Evil 2, they were very big on different scenarios. So as we said earlier, the main scenario for this game is Claire first, Leon second. So if things are happening in Leon's A scenario, it's going to seem a little different because the correct way to play it is that way, A, B.
Yep.
We're going to just go ahead and run right by these crows. Don't be nervous. The music is made to make you stop short and get bit.
Yep.
But you're going to just keep moving.
I feel like that's when I first developed anxiety. With this music.
I first,
Kid, I was like, this is anxiety right here.
this and any Silent Hill game ever made was when I first discovered I had anxiety and depression. We're going to go ahead and take out Misty right away because, number one, I hate her, and number two, she's always in my way. And she actually blocks the path on the way back. I don't know if you knew that. It's very hard to dodge her if you don't eliminate her on the way back. I mean, before you go on the way back.
Yeah.
One
And
thing
I would say, yep. Did you want to say it?
I was going to say about the door. So
Yeah,
this door actually leads to where the person who's in the B scenario comes from. So we don't want to open that door because if we open the door, 2 zombies are going to migrate their way right in and cause us to use extra ammo. But yeah, that's actually where the B scenario begins, right? Yeah, right there.
Yep. Not sure how the zombies wouldn't just break through the door, but
I know.
it is what it is.
I think that's why. Wow, I haven't done this run actually in a couple months, so like seeing it and seeing me dodge some of these zombies, I'm like, wow, damn. So yeah, now that we got the valve, we're gonna go ahead and turn on the water tower and get rid of this fire.
Are we fighting zombies, surviving, and a police officer? We're also a firefighter.
It's literally, you literally are doing absolutely everything in this game just to get the hell out. Not only do you have to like survive like a zombie outbreak, you also have to like solve a museum's puzzles. I think that's why I like breaking the fourth wall with Carlos in the RE3 remake, where he sees the spade key. He's like, "Well, that's a weird fucking door."
That was funny. Yeah.
So we're just gonna go ahead and run right by these crows. Again, we don't want to sit around and try to shoot them. There's a very high percentage they'll peck you, so just run right by them. Very easy to dodge.
I mean, like in real life, you would be way too stressed to even figure out these puzzles. Be like, puzzles? I ain't doing no fucking puzzles right now.
Yeah, no, it's
I
like
ain't doing no
I gotta
puzzles.
get out of here, but don't worry, put in the red jewels. So there's actually some shotgun ammo in the corner. One thing I noticed that's different about the Japanese version compared to the US is that items don't blink. They don't like let you know that they're there in the US version, so you kind of have to know that the items are there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in the Japanese version they blink. So we got the second plug, which is the king plug, and we also got the diamond key now.
It's funny you mention about the blinking thing because they did eventually use that in later games. I noticed.
Yeah, I think that was mainly because people were complaining that, like, how the hell, aside from a strategy guide, can we find this stuff?
I remember playing. I would just like every room that I would start in. I would just like go around the whole border of the room, just tap an X, just to see if there was an item.
Honestly,
Every
yeah.
inch of the room. That's how I used to do it.
You kind of had to, because there was no
Yeah.
direction on where things would be. So there's a couple of green herbs there if you need them. Right when we go through this room, there's going to be a zombie lying on the floor. He actually has handgun ammo. It actually, again, another instance of where you can't see it shining. We have a buttload of zombies in this room, so we're just going to stand firm in the corner and eliminate them.
This is the East Office.
Yes, it is. And this Shout out to the HD Seamless Project team that modded to make this game's quality so much better. The graphics are unbelievable. Got another zombie on the ground right here. He is not dead, so don't try to run by him. He'll grab your leg. Alright, so we're going to come right over here. The password is 2236. The only time it is different is on the N64 version. I don't actually know the code. I think it's 4151. But it is different on the N64 version because that was actually the most up-to-date Resident Evil 2 version. That one came out in, I believe, 2003. Okay, so before I explain a little bit about the N64 version, we gotta discuss this hallway. This is a brutal hallway.
Yeah, it's wild.
So we're gonna just
Let's
stand.
see what you do.
We're just gonna stand and aim up, and we're just gonna
Damn.
let these guys come to the gun show.
Woo! Was that 3 you got?
Yeah, got that 3-piece, baby. And yeah, that takes out all of them. We've really only had to use, I believe, 3 shotgun shells to do it. But to touch a little bit more now on the N64 version of Resident Evil 2, in Resident Evil 2's version of that, they actually put a file on the table that spoke about Rebecca's adventures and meeting Billy Cohen.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, which a lot of people actually don't know. So you probably saw me skating a little bit, kind of tapping the run button, just to know where the zombies are and to keep a little bit of distance. We want to keep space in a survival horror game, and we also want to know where the zombies are, and because there's fixed camera angles, it's the best way to do it.
That's right. Yep. There's a different strategy when it comes to the fixed camera angles.
Yeah, and that's one thing I had to learn the hard way, because practicing this game and some of the other OGs, it's a much different feel.
So just want to touch a quick, the room that we just went in, before you collect that item, if you go to the interrogation room mirror, it says it's a magic mirror, and then once you get it, then the liquor jumps out.
Oh wow, I actually did not know that. What scenario is that in?
This one, the room that you were just in.
So you had to press the mirror first.
No, it's just like if you do click on it, that's just what it says. It's a magic mirror.
Now that is interesting. So now we're gonna head back through the west hallway. We have the diamond key. And we also have 3 plugs. I believe we need a total of 4. One thing, when you come down this hallway, since we're not killing the liquor, you always want to make sure you're walking. If by chance you run when you first come in the room, just turn around and reset it. Once we're completely under the liquor in this game, it notices that you're there and drops down, which is a little bit different from the remake, because if you're just fully silent, it'll never hit you. I believe we killed all the zombies in this hallway. So now we're going to head over to the confiscation room. So this is where
Does this room have a lot of zombies?
It does. That guy was lunging right for me, you saw that? We're going to wait until we have the other zombie, that one that's still walking without a head, get close enough. Now, there's another zombie still in this room, I believe, on the other side of the confiscation room.
Yep, there might be even 2. I don't know.
It's possible. This room is completely infested with them. What they were doing in here, eating each other, I have no idea.
What was happening here? Like a party?
And, had to be. They were celebrating Leon's party.
Yep.
So now we have to see the unfortunate end of Marvin. We're gonna back up, shoot his legs. And the reason we do that is because he kind of goes turbo. He's one of the few zombies in this game. He's like Brad, he's like Forrest in the original, that they have like that extra step.
Yep.
So we went ahead and grabbed the heart key, which will let us go to the underground.
Like this music is great too. The
I
front
mean,
hall.
this freaking soundtrack is just, I'd rather listen to this than the remake soundtrack, but the remake soundtrack is actually really good.
I haven't listened to the remake soundtrack enough because I have the deluxe version. I'm just so
Some
used to this one.
Sometimes when I'm like practicing certain runs in the remake version, the music is phenomenal, but sometimes it gets a bit distracting. So I'll put on the new soundtrack, which has a little bit less music, more ambience to it. So we went ahead and used the heart key. It's a one-use key.
Yeah, so we're heading towards the basement now.
Grab some extra shotgun ammo that you don't know is there. All right.
Right, so how did you get past this part? Because I always find this part being hard with the dogs.
So, if I remember correctly, we have to kill this one. Get close enough to it. Let it run. Boom. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to come up this way and go right in this room.
Wow.
Yeah, it's cutting it pretty close. But then we're going to reset the room because by doing so, the dogs will be back in their tethered locations.
It's all about cheesing the game, breaking the game.
And then we're going to go ahead and run right by the dog. And here we're
Nice,
going
nice.
to have another cutscene. We're going to be introduced to a new character, so we'll be right back.
Sorry about that. When I saw the uniform, I thought you were another zombie.
Who are you?
Ada Wong.
And what are you doing here?
I'm looking for some guy named Ben. He's one of those reporter types, always looking for a scoop. I heard he was locked up in the cell block, only there's a wrecked car barring the entrance. I've been trying to find another way inside. If we work together, we can move this thing. Give me a hand here, will you?
Ada, wait! Let me guess. You must be Ben, right? Get up, now!
What do you want? I'm trying to sleep here.
Is this the guy?
Ben? You told the city officials that you knew something about what's been going on, didn't you? What did you tell them?
And who the heck are you?
I'm trying to find my boyfriend. His name's John. He was working for a branch office of Umbrella, based in Chicago, but he suddenly disappeared 6 months ago. I heard a rumor that he's here in the city.
I don't know anything. And even if I did, why would I want to tell you?
Okay, I say we leave him in there. Does anyone know where they put the key to this cell?
I have it right here, officer. But I'm not about to leave this cell. Those zombies aren't the only things crawling around out there.
What was that?
Like I said, I'm not leaving this cell. Get out of here before you lead it right to me.
Hey, I'm not going anywhere. I'm the only cop left alive in this building.
What?
Look, if you want to live, then you're gonna have to leave with me.
But do you even know how to get out of the city? There's a kennel in the back of the building. Inside the kennel is a manhole. Go through and it'll lead you to the sewer entrance, but it won't be easy.
All right, I'm going.
Okay, so yeah, a couple cutscenes right there. We're gonna go ahead and get the manhole opener, and we gotta head underground.
Met Ben the coward.
Yeah, that he is. In both versions of the game.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, so now we're going to be in the dog kennel room. The best thing to do here is just run and not even waste your time with the dogs. It's kind of funny, when you think about it, they kind of kept the way that the dog kennel room looks from 1.5.
Yeah.
And actually, one thing me and Ant were talking about was the Resident Evil 2 remake actually feels like they fused 1.5 and 2 together.
Exactly, yeah.
They got some...
Especially in the basement part, if you've played the remake, you tell that there's a whole cell block. There's a whole cell block part in 1.5 that looks a lot like that section in the remake.
Absolutely. So we got some spiders over here. What we're going to do is we're basically going to hard lock onto them. As soon as we see the first spider, as you saw, I blasted them. And then we're going to stand against the wall, and we waited for the spider to move up and auto-aim and shoot it. And now we're going to head into a save room. But yeah.
The smallest room in the game.
Yeah, you can barely breathe in here. It's all stone, so you like have no oxygen.
This tiny storage room.
So we really don't need the handgun for this moment, so we're just going to keep the shotgun, and we're going to go ahead and put the 3 plugs inside of the... What would you call it? The switch?
Like you put it these holes, and then it's like a keyhole.
Yeah, right here. It's like basically the door lock. So it's a
like
lot...
part of like a chess piece almost, yeah.
Yeah, so like this Knight's puzzle, the chess puzzle, is a lot different in the original compared to the remake. Especially like where you have to place the items, they have to go in corresponding parts.
It's a lot more elaborate in the remake.
Ada? I don't think I've introduced myself yet. My name's Leon. I'm with the RPD. It's a dead end.
You think we can get upstairs through this shaft? Give me a boost. I'll go and check.
So, now we take over as Ada Wong, an undercover Umbrella agent.
Did you ever check like her inventory and like look at the photo? There's like a picture of her.
Oh, with her boyfriend, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And who? So basically, real quick before we discuss the photo, we have a bunch of zombie dogs over here. Basically, what you want to do is Ada is stand in this corner and just wait for them to charge her. We're gonna auto lock on and absolutely destroy them. So,
yeah, that's a good strategy. Yeah.
Ant, give us a little background on who the picture is that she has, her boyfriend. Who is her boyfriend exactly?
So, I think it was just John. I think they were coworkers, or I don't know if even if they actually were dating. Maybe they worked together. But he is a researcher for Umbrella in the facility in Resident Evil 1, beneath the mansion. If you play the original Resident Evil, there's actually a code to get access to other rooms. It's part of the code is John, and then it's Ada. Um, but yeah, so basically, he becomes infected with the T virus, and she
So,
finds yeah.
is it true? This is a question I have for you because you have a little bit more Resident Evil 2 experience lore wise. Is John actually Nemesis? Like, is he the one that they use for the Nemesis project, or is that just the movies saying that?
I don't know anything about John being a nemesis. I think he just gets killed, or he just becomes like a zombie
He's one of the researchers, maybe dead in the. I
in the
always,
first.
I always
Yeah,
thought that he was maybe the last researcher that was alive in the guardhouse, the one who hung himself,
could be,
where he says like "to my love." Maybe he was talking
could
about
be,
Ada.
could be. Yeah, I guess that's all like speculation. I don't know about the nemesis the theory though.
I've
That I'm
heard
not
about
sure
it,
about.
but I think it was in the Wes Anderson movies, so that really doesn't credit
Okay.
much. Those movies are garbage, no offense.
Yeah, yeah. I know in not that it matters, but to add to your point from the movies, the male character who sort of survives at the end of the first Resident Evil movie, they turn him into the nemesis in the second one.
Gotcha.
Leon, can you hear me?
Ada, did you find anything?
Right here. Think fast. Here's one more. Hey, I can't reach the ventilation hole. I'm going to have to find another way around. I'll catch up with you later.
What? Ada, wait!
The famous Ada, wait! Bro,
Wait.
when she throws the key, number one, it sounds like a dink, but then she throws the
Yeah.
shotgun shells. If she hit Leon anywhere near his head, he'd be fucking dead.
I I love how she just casually chucks the shotgun shells. It sounds like it's like 60 pounds
I know. So,
when it lands.
we got the club key, as you guys saw, playing as Ada, and that'll allow us to go back to the RPD for the second time and unlock any of the doors that we have not been through yet. We're missing one plug piece.
Yeah, what's great about the kennel room is you can just run past. You don't even have to go by the cages.
It's amazing. I like that they did that. The only time that the dogs are actually aggroed in that is when you do the hunk scenario.
Gotcha.
As far as I know, I don't know if they are in the B scenario. So here, this is where the game in the US version takes a turn for the worse. So, in the US version, we have 2 liquors in this hallway now. The Japanese version, there's only 1. So the best thing that I can say for this is watch exactly what I do, because describing it is going to be quite hard. We need to basically wait for the liquor to turn around. Now there's nothing you can do other than this, because you just have to basically slow your way behind the liquor.
Yeah, this part's hard.
It's really all about timing and just being patient. It's very hard to be patient in a moment like this because there's so much adrenaline pumping through you from like how intense the game is.
Yeah. Yeah, so make sure you take some deep breaths while you're doing this.
Absolutely. So now, once the liquor's there, we can make a run for this door.
Nice, nice. Do you get to the weapon storage room in this run or no?
I
You do that?
actually don't believe in Leon's scenario. I actually even use any of the special weapons. I think in Claire's I do, though. Or maybe vice versa. I could be completely wrong. It might be Claire's that I don't. I actually don't remember. We're going to find out, though.
And so the other side of that hallway, there's a whole nother side. That section is, I mean, it's kind of optional. You don't really need to go there as Leon. That's really for Claire. That's like Claire's section with Sherry.
Gotcha. Actually, I forgot about that. So it seems so far I didn't go ahead and grab any of the special weapons in this run. I wanted to double check, make sure I grabbed that shotgun ammo. Again, you got to always double check areas because it doesn't light up, so you don't really know.
You get Magnum ammo in this room, right?
You get the Magnum.
Oh, you get the Magnum in this room. Okay, nice.
So this is actually right here. This is the Watchman's Diary. That's the poor fellow we're standing on his head right now. This actually turns into a save room in the Resident Evil 2 remake.
Yep. Yeah, so I think I got it mixed up with the remake. So that's another thing too, is like I play the remake a lot. I get it mixed up sometimes with certain items in different rooms that would be in the remake that is not in the original.
And that's going to happen, right? Because they switched it up for that specific reason that not everything is one and the same. And it actually just kind of reminds us of different locations. Alright, so now we're heading back through the east offices. We need to go back down the hallway where we encountered the liquor through the magic mirror that Zombie Slayer described.
Yep.
And since we cleared out this hallway before, if you guys notice, when we passed that soda can machine, the soda machine actually was blacked out. So the soda on it was completely black. Originally, it was supposed to be, what, a Pepsi machine, but they didn't get the licensing for it or something.
Gotcha.
So now we don't have any Pepsi in the game. We have to survive on RC Cola.
RC Cola. Grab yourself an RC Cola tonight.
Literally.
Drink up.
We're going to go ahead and use Leon's lighter here. It's a special sequence. We're going to hit 12, 13, 11. And by doing so,
And
that
if
is...
you- Yeah.
Sorry
And
about
if you
that.
don't know it. No, it's all right. If you don't know the puzzle, you just go to the thing there, and then it'll tell you basically.
There was also a film on that table. It might show you like a certain like hidden location for maybe ammo or something. I don't actually know, but I didn't go ahead and grab the camera roll, which could be developed in the dark room. Remember, this game takes place in the late 90s, so dark rooms and developing film is still a thing.
Yep. And speaking of film, you can go in the STARS office, buy all the papers. I think that's I don't know if it's Wesker's or Chief Iron's desk.
Wesker's.
Wesker's desk. If you go behind there, you click on that 50 times, you get a secret hidden film, and then you go to the dark room, and it reveals Rebecca Chambers in a basketball jersey.
Which is kind of interesting because it makes you wonder. Like, Chief Irons had his office with Mayor Waller's daughter on it, but when it comes to Wesker having a random fucking picture of her in like some basketball costume, did he have like a crush on her or something? Like, what was going on over there? So, as you saw, when we came up to the second floor, there was a liquor waiting for us. I didn't even interact with it. Just time it right. Now, once you come into the library...
Uh-oh, zombies.
Zombies will be now infested in every hallway that you would normally go. So, what does that tell you, folks? We're never going there again.
Yeah. There is an option if you want, but this is a very good guide. You follow this guide, but there is an option to use the plug for one of those hallways. It will.
Oh, the shutters.
Like the shutters, yeah, the shutters will come down.
Right, so that wire was actually in the magic mirror room, and it was next to the first aid spray that I passed. Anthony's right. That's a safe strategy way, if you're new to the game or just playing it casually and learning, to close off one of those hallways to stop zombies from actually pouring through. I routed this game into the dirt, basically, so I figured out that if you do certain things before activating that sequence, we could get the final night plug right on the shelf right there, and we're going to actually drop through a chute. Whee! He lands on his head. Just says you are dead.
No! Get away! Ben! Can you still hear me? Come on, answer! Damn! I don't believe this. I almost got the story. Ben. Bitter irony. The chief of police, a co-conspirator. Get that scum. Make him pay. Hang in there, Ben. Oh, my chest. It's burning. What's wrong? Ah!
Good God, what was that?
So if you do want to read this, just go ahead and pause the video. I made sure that I made enough time so that you guys could check out what this says. But just for time reasons, we're going to go ahead and go through it.
Where are you going, Ada?
To the chemical plant. I have a feeling that's where I'll find John.
Ada, wait! Hey!
Do you read me, Claire? We now have access to the back of the parking lot.
Got it.
I'm getting out of here and heading to the sewer. Can you meet me there?
I'm on my way.
So that
What?
was a lot.
That was a lot. I mean, Ben just pulls out a piece of paper out of his chest. He's like, "Get
Yeah.
that scum."
And then he dies in alien xenomorph fashion.
I know. What was interesting is, did you notice how Claire was kind of like, she sounded like disappointed that they were getting out of here? She was like, "I'm on my way."
He just sounds like
I
an
think
annoyed teenager.
she does, because she's actually a college student in this game. She's, I think, 19 years old, right? She's 2 years younger than Leon.
Yeah, she's 19. He's 21 in this game. Yeah.
All right, so now we have the first boss battle of the game. This is the G1 boss fight. Go ahead and pull out the Magnum right away. Now we have these little G babies that are going to jump onto us. We're going to use the D-pad to shake them off of us. This causes absolutely no damage.
Yeah, see, this I never knew.
Yeah,
I never knew you could do that.
Yeah, so you could basically, once they latch onto you, just shake them off so that they don't actually inflict any HP loss on you. And once you hear that noise and the music stops, the boss battle is done. Pretty easy.
Wow.
This guy just won't get off of my ass cheek.
Yeah, he just wants that Leon booty.
That's obviously what he's going for. So it says that I need to put the night piece in, but it won't let me. So there we go. And we're gonna go right in. And I believe there's another cutscene.
Ada! What was that all about? Running off like that was reckless and stupid. Those zombies are everywhere. Not to mention that thing that got Ben.
I was there, Leon. I know.
Look, Ada. As an officer, it's my job to look out for you. But we're not going to get through this alive if we don't work together. Okay?
All right. We'll do this your way for now.
So funny enough, in the Resident Evil 1.5 I was talking about, there was a trailer that they had out, one of the original trailers in '97, that actually displayed either Paul Huddin's voice or it was another actor that sounded just like him as
wow.
Leon. Yeah.
Cool.
So that's why we know that the game was 80% done, because they even put the voice acting in certain locations.
There was a trailer too. I don't know if it was the same one that you're talking about, where it was like a movie film trailer that actually was directed by George A. Romero.
Oh, I
Resident
know
Evil
which one you're
2.
talking about.
Yeah, it was
That one.
actually a really awesome commercial.
It was for
Really
its
cool.
time. It still is pretty legendary.
Yeah.
So this is an optional room hidden behind this gigantic steel cabinet. We're going to come down here and we're going to make a right. There's a lantern. We're going to go ahead and use the lighter, and that'll let us find some extra Magnum ammo. We're going to need
Yeah,
any...
that's big. That's big.
Absolutely. We're going to need all the Magnum ammo we can get through this run. Now, one thing I want to note, because a lot of people have questions on this that watch my videos, do the secondary characters taking damage count towards a no damage run? The answer is no. The only person that can get affected in a no damage run is the one that you are controlling. So if, hypothetically, Ada were to get hit, Sherry were to get hit in that long hallway where she could get bit by those creatures, as long as they don't die, then you're fine.
Right. Yeah. There are times that I get completely spam locked in that hallway of Sherry by those cockroaches. Like,
Ada! Heads up!
Leon, that woman was... I have to talk to her.
So basically, that hallway we were talking about with Sherry, that tunnel,
so Leon just died.
and
So it looks
Ada,
like-
and Ada gets up, I have to talk to her. We're going to go ahead and follow Annette, and we're going to see another cutscene. But basically, we were talking about, in the Claire scenario, there's a section with Sherry where basically she could constantly keep getting hit by these, like, roaches. It does not actually count as damage. These roaches, in fact, because there's only like a 25% tile that she won't get hit. So Team Hitless and other teams actually don't count it as damage. And now we're heading over towards the lab.
Don't move. You're the one who was with that cop, if I'm not mistaken. Identify yourself. Ada? Ada Wong. Ada Wong. I've heard that name before. Now I remember. One of the men from Chicago who came to assist the T-virus research used his girlfriend's name as his password. Ada and John, I believe. How did you know? Who are you? Annette Birkin. My husband is the man responsible for the creation of the T-virus. William Birkin. What? John's dead. He became one of those zombies. My condolences. And although I regret this, you will be joining him shortly. I won't let anyone take the G-virus away from me. G-virus? It's capable of creating the ultimate bioweapon. Its potential is even greater than that of the T-virus. Then that must mean the creature in the police department is... Precisely. My husband, William.
And it's all Umbrella's fault. None of this would have happened if they hadn't tried to steal his research away from him.
This way.
It's sheer perfection. My precious G-Virus. No one will ever take you away from me.
There he is.
So you finally come.
Doctor, we're here to collect the G-Virus sample.
Sorry, but I won't just hand over my life's work.
Stop! You might hit the sample. That's it, all right. Okay, let's move out.
William. Oh my. Hold on, darling. I'm taking care of that bullet wound first. Stay here.
Alpha team, have you retrieved the sample yet?
Affirmative. We'll be at the rendezvous point in 1 minute.
Roger.
Are you telling me that he injected the G-Virus into his own body?
The G-Virus has the ability to revitalize cellular functions.
What was that? Something's wrong. Let's check it out. Over there! Shoot! Eat this, you freak! I'm stopping it! What is this thing? Hurry! What is this thing? Fire! Fire! You son of a...
So those rats were the carriers of the virus.
As a result of his virus-induced transmutation, William should have lost any prior memories he had as a human by now. Even worse, every G-Virus bioweapon, including William, has the ability to implant embryos into other creatures.
And create offspring. No. Too bad.
Alright, so we're back after that long cutscene. One thing I want to make note of is that I just was telling Anthony off mic that I unequipped the handgun as Ada in order to save some time so that the gun doesn't actually get shot out of her hand and she has to go pick it up. It's a good tactic during a speedrun.
How did you figure that out?
Just watching a couple of my favorite streamers and also like a lot of trial and error. I think I accidentally did it on my first try and then started doing it like all the time when I found out from like some of my favorite people and good friends, like my good friend Carcinogen SDA, my buddy Matt DeRock, they do it all the time in their runs. So I was like, oh, okay, this is an actual thing. So now
Leon is alive.
Leon is
He's
alive.
got a giant blood patch on his shoulder there.
Leon's literally bullet holed. So if we go over to the Umbrella unit bodies, we could go ahead and find the Wolf Medallion as well as some shoddy shells.
These guys got destroyed, my God.
Yeah, they got absolutely brutalized. And Leon is not that far behind. So the spiders seem harmless, which for the most part they are. But if you're not careful and you're not paying attention for 1 second, they'll either rush you or they will drop a shit ton of poison on you. So just be mindful of your location, please. Like that. So what we did was over here we're going to need the crank. So we wanted to make sure we took the crank already. And what I did was when we went to the item box originally with Ada, I put the crank inside of my inventory. If not, you would have had to have run all the way back and grabbed it.
I use the crank a lot in this game. I would say crank is better than clink.
It is.
No, this is the valve, sorry.
Yeah.
Valve is better than crank.
Yes. Valve is definitely better. I think the crank is used literally once on the 3rd floor. So we're going to go ahead and use the valve again to lift that floor up, because eventually we're going to have to cross it, and if we don't do it now, we're going to have to come back down and do it later. There's a save here if anybody needs to make one, because we have the alligator boss fight, which isn't really much of one, but you guys will see shortly.
This is always interesting, too, because there was one time I had a playthrough where I accidentally missed it, so I just kept running away from this crocodile. And then the crocodile just breaks through the wall.
I swear, guys, it literally looks like Leon gets bit by the alligator, but he did not take a single hit. So as Anthony said, it's kind of easy to miss that button. It might be blinking, but I actually didn't realize it at first, like when I first played the game years ago.
So that wall to the right behind you, the crocodile will just kind of break through that wall if you just keep running.
Oh, wow. I actually didn't know that. Man, that dude got busted.
Nice.
So now we're going to head over to the dumping area B2. And we're going to go catch up with Ada, which will lead to another cutscene, and now us getting closer to the laboratory.
Leon.
This bullet wound isn't making things any easier.
Quiet, Leon. I'll patch you up. That's 2 I owe you.
Don't mention it.
I just found out. John's dead.
What?
Never mind. Let's just get out of here. The sooner the better.
Alright, so now we're back with Leon and Ada. She went ahead and patched us up. Don't actually know if the bullets passed through Leon or they're just still chilling inside of his chest, but either way, we gotta keep moving. I don't know what happened to that guy, but he got absolutely mangled. So instead of traveling all the way back, we're gonna go ahead and use the valve on this fan.
Almost looks like he shot himself in the head.
I know. Or somebody did.
Yeah. Is it Wesker?
Could be. The thing that's funny is that I always thought that Ada was getting her orders from Wesker in this game as well, which I'm pretty sure that's what they explain in 4, was that she was always working for Wesker.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
So, that's why kind of like when she talks over the radio, it's like a muffled, deeper voice. I'm guessing it's supposed to be Wesker.
It also makes sense because if you played the, I don't know if it's Umbrella Chronicles or the Dark Chronicles.
Dark Side. It is the Dark Side one you're talking about.
Dark Side Chronicles? Okay. It shows you how Ada survives, basically.
Yes. So we got zombies populating this area now, no longer spiders. As you see, we're going to go right through the gate.
Zombies!
Yeah, literally.
They're rising up from the sewage water.
Now we got these D-bags right here. We just want to make sure we don't get hit by their poison. Doesn't matter the order, we're just going to go ahead and stand right in front. You have to be absolutely precise in these games, and we're going to put the medallions in. They'll automatically go in their correct places.
Zombies, spiders, and lickers, oh my.
We got really close to letting Ada get hit by the poison there, but as you guys can see, not even Ada took any damage. Yeah, the Skytram, this shit is awesome.
We just completed the sewer part. The sewer part is pretty short in this game.
Yeah, they added on to it a lot in the remake, made it more of a focal pointed area. So basically for this part, William, or G2, is going to constantly keep breaking through the ceiling. We'll be able to see the dust where he's going to swing. We are just going to stay away from there and let Ada shoot him.
Yeah, we are not going to help Ada at all.
Absolutely not. Why would we do that? So after he destroys the entire roof,
I just hear like the umbrella worker like, what did you do? Look at all the work I gotta do to fix this up.
I gotta fix this.
What the hell is this?
So now we're gonna go ahead and get out of the Skytram that the umbrella worker hates us for. And we're actually gonna go ahead and we're going to make a... Yeah, we're gonna just go... Let me just see something really quick. Alright, so we got the shotgun. It looks like I don't use the signal flare.
Yep, so, and I think there's a reason. I think you explained because you said...
The Magnum...
Yeah, for the Magnum piece.
Yes. So Anthony is completely right. We got to be careful here, first and foremost. These zombies are a little bit back-centered. Depth perception plays a big role in these hallways of the underground. We have to make sure we are far enough away from these zombies to actually kill them and not get grabbed. So... what Anthony was saying was completely right. The reason I chose not to use the signal flare and grab the special key is because all it does is upgrade the Magnum, which it makes the Magnum stronger, but it also makes the Magnum have way too much recoil. So instead of... terrible. So instead of grabbing the Magnum, we're going to grab that bad boy.
Yeah, the shotgun piece. Now, this is what you want. This thing's badass.
This is probably the best gun in the game.
This thing is mega powerful.
It could absolutely blow away a full zombie into like a piece of meat. Now, the Magnum itself is really good, and obviously when you upgrade it, it's even better. It's just you got to worry about its brutal recoil, and that could lead to you taking a hit. So
it's like an elephant gun. The upgraded shotgun is like an elephant rifle.
It is 100%. So we're just going to edge ourselves up a little bit and watch this guy absolutely get destroyed. Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah. There is absolutely nothing left. Not even a dentist could friggin' figure out who he is. Now we're in the marshalling yard.
This is cool too. If you've played the first Resident Evil Outbreak game, this is where that scenario ends. You actually start in the laboratory, and you take the elevator back up here to fight the final boss.
I find that amazing because they outright said that was canon, the Outbreak situation. So like all of these survivors were kind of like passing each other just by like
a few days. Whatever,
not even like a few days, but even like a couple hours.
Yeah.
So in the Japanese version, like I said, there's items in different locations. Since this is the US version, there's no extra Magnum ammo inside of this train car. But if we were playing the Japanese version, there'd be Magnum ammo in the corner right there where I was standing. So, now that we grabbed the shuttle key, we're going to go ahead and turn this bad boy on, and we are going to head down to the lab.
Ada, can you hear me? Come on, snap out of it.
Yeah, it's just like any time there's like a cutscene.
Sometimes, yeah, I hear you. So basically, Ada gets hit right here, which is weird because she gets infected. The question is, does she get infected or does she just get injured?
Yeah, we don't. I honestly don't know.
I know. A loophole in the plot. Folks, this is the G2 boss battle.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that is right. Yeah. His head became a giant eagle.
It did. Right? We're gonna keep our distance right here and start hitting him with the Magnum. We want to make sure that he is in view of our camera angle that we are standing in. After a few shots, we're going to move, because if we stay too long, we will get swiped. The shotgun has DPS properties, but, I mean, not the shotgun, the Magnum has DPS properties. That does not mean that it will stun him back, always. And that's the G2 boss battle.
Let's go!
Yeah, baby. As long as you have Magnum ammo for this boss fight, even the shotgun, and you just keep your distance, you pretty much have him in the bag. So now we're going to take care of Ada, let this cutscene commence.
Don't die on me, Ada. Come on. Wake up. Come on! Welcome back. Hey, take it easy. We're inside Umbrella's secret lab. I'll go find something to treat that wound, so just rest here in the meantime.
But I'll only slow you down with these injuries. Go. Save yourself.
I told you, it's my job to look after you.
But you'll be in danger if you stay with me. I know I've only known you for a short period of time, but I really enjoy being with you.
I
know I'm not capable of caring about anyone, but I don't want to lose you.
We're leaving this place together. Wait here for me. I'll be right back.
I mean, when you really look at the detail of the graphics in this, right, Ant? It's just unbelievable.
It's like an HD enhancer, right?
Yeah, it's the HD Seamless Project.
I mean, like the detail on Leon's left ear before.
I know.
It's pretty good.
It's unbelievable. Even the blood on Ada is really good. So now, guys, we are inside the laboratory. There's a few things we need to do. And one of the first things we need to do is power up the main fuel lodge of the Umbrella facility.
There's been a number of playthroughs where I got to this part and the game froze right when I'm going to use the main fuse.
Really?
Yeah.
That's heartbreaking.
I know.
So let's go ahead and grab the fuse case.
Yeah, it's basically this cutscene. I could tell, like, the detail on this cutscene looks great.
Yeah, even the machine itself, the 3D polygons, they really put extra into it. So now, by fusing it together, the fuel case with the actual main fuse that was kept frozen, we now have the actual main fuse to power up this facility and unlock more doors.
And in 1.5, this whole area is
massive.
Like three times bigger than this. Yeah.
I really do advise you guys giving 1.5 a try. Me and Anthony beat Leon's story that they were able to piece together. We're also going to be trying Elza Walker's playthrough very soon to see what that's like. But the laboratory in that game is massive. It was like so many floors. I think what they did was they decided we're going to put more emphasis in different areas than the laboratory, because honestly the laboratory cultivated a lot of time. So now we got these pieces of garbage. We're just going to hug this left wall. Excuse me.
Yes. Yeah.
I hate these guys because the IVs just grab you, start kissing you with acid, and it's just, that's it.
Watch out for that one IV once you open that door right in front of you.
So now, probably the hardest hallway in the entire game. We have the black liquors. These are the infected liquors that can poison you.
These are the liquors on steroids.
Yes. We want to run into the wall a little bit, let that one drop down. We actually got a double hit right there. So now we're just going to go ahead and make sure that we reload. You know how many runs were lost in this hallway. So now as Leon, I'm going to run into the wall a little bit. It looks a little funny, but it's going to prompt the liquor to turn the corner.
Good work.
And that's the three of them. Now,
when in doubt, cheese it.
You have to, because sometimes the game will not be fair to you, so you have to not be fair to it. So yeah, that hallway actually ruined quite a lot of runs for me. It's actually ruined a majority of my Claire runs, but I finally got Claire's down pat. All that I really have left to do is the B scenarios for this game, which Anthony will be on the commentary for those as well. He is also going to be doing the commentary of the Hunk playthrough that I have on my channel as well. We're going to have a commentated version come out.
Yeah.
So right there, that lit up locker is where we would use the special key if we use that signal flare. That guy is Smithereens.
And this is the main laboratory area.
Yep.
With Birkin made the G virus.
Yep, this is exactly where it was created. This is actually where he was shot up by those Umbrella agents. As you guys can see, I completely missed my shot, and that almost ended it right there, but we had to improvise.
And if you need in a certain scenario, I think as Claire, it's where you would make the vaccine.
Yes, for Sherry.
Machine on the left over there, yeah.
Absolutely, correct. Kill all runs are actually easier to do in the original games than they are in the remake games, just because of the camera angles and where zombies are located.
Yeah. That makes sense.
There's an optional boss battle to the left if you guys want to check it out. It's called he's the Moth. I don't actually remember. I think that there's something over there that you need in order to...
there's a computer.
So if go ahead. Yep.
Yeah, I can explain it to you.
Yes.
If you don't mind.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so kill the moth monster, kill the little, I guess it's like larva that's on the computer. And then you can access the computer. You got to type in the password guest, then you put in your fingerprint. And then when you go back up by I guess by the cold section, there's like a shutter that's by a door, a double door that's locked, and you can put your fingerprint in for the A scenario, and then for the B scenario, you got to do the same thing because it needs 2 fingerprints. Once you have both fingerprints, you can access that like hidden room that's basically like a laboratory. There's like a bunch of liquors in there, and like there's some pretty interesting items in that room too.
Items that you actually can find in the regular game, and also a song that actually comes from Resident Evil 1.5 that could also only be found playing in that room. Very good explanation though, Ant. Thank you for that, because I actually knew part of it but not the correct way of saying it. But as you guys saw, we dodged the liquor, we dodged those plant creatures, the IVs, and we're heading over to this hallway right now. This room right here can be another make or break. I always accidentally grab the first aid spray. We don't need that. We're going to absolutely destroy these creatures. Turn the light on. You actually can go in this room in 1.5.
Oh, yeah.
One more zombie just chilling on the floor. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to grab the MO disc.
Good, we got our boomstick.
We do. So we had to take on about 7 zombies just to grab an MO disc, you know, Resident Evil logic.
You murdered my husband. I know what you're looking for. You came for the G-Virus, didn't you? But you'll never take it from me. This is my husband's legacy. Now, where's that spy you were working with earlier? You know who I'm talking about.
What?
You really don't know anything, do you? You're so gullible. She's one of the operatives sent here by the agency. The only reason why she came here is to obtain the G-Virus.
That's a lie.
No, it's the truth. I discovered this when I did a background check on her. She specifically got close to John and became his girlfriend to get information about Umbrella.
That can't be. I know her. Ada wouldn't do something like that.
If you don't want to believe it, I don't really care. You're about to die anyway. What happened?
The self-destruct sequence has been activated. Repeat, the self-destruct sequence has been activated. This sequence may not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
Alright, so after Annette gets absolutely destroyed by a few pipes...
Annette, death by lead pipe.
Literally. We are going to make our great escape out of here.
Leon. I've been waiting for you, Leon.
What are you doing?
You know what this is about, so just hand over the G-Virus.
I don't believe this. Annette was right. About everything.
That's why I told you to leave without me, but you wouldn't listen. Now hand it over. Don't make me shoot you.
You can't do that. Ada! Ada! I've got you. Don't give up.
G-Virus. Leon. It's over. Just let me go.
Shut up. You're gonna make it.
It's too late, Leon. We both know it.
No! I promised you that we would escape. You just have to help me out here.
I really wanted to escape with you, Leon. Escape from everything. Goodbye.
Ada! So, this is what everyone's been dying
for. Alright. So, Leon just decided fuck the whole entire plot of the game and throw the G-Virus.
Throws away the G-Virus. Ada fell to her, I guess, death.
Quote-unquote death.
Yeah.
We're going to just go ahead and hug the back wall. Make sure we don't get grabbed by any of the ivy.
Ada got scratched by William. She got shot behind the chest by a net and then fell thousands of feet.
She really got brutalized. Alright, so now we're going to pull out the Magnum here, guys. And this hallway is now infested with zombies.
The hallway is infested with zombies.
Alright, so take out one. We're going to use the
Headshots
auto aim.
all day. All day headshots.
All day. Quick lock on.
What's the button for auto aim? Because I didn't know that there was different.
You have to turn it on inside of the options menu, and then you're just going to hit like R1, and it'll auto lock him. He'll snap to the zombie. Alright, we put in the MO disc, folks, and now we are going to fight the final boss version of William. This is G3.
When I first saw this, I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
I know. I was shitting my pants.
5 minutes until detonation.
The way that you just... Well, you'll find out. It's just ridiculous.
I know. So now we're going to go ahead and hit that. We have to wait for the elevator to drop. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is run behind William. Get on the P for platform. Hit him 3 times with the Magnum. That's going to prompt him into his second form nice and quick.
Watch this next one. Watch what crazy stuff he does now.
Now we're going to stand on the E and the V, and we're going to let William jump from platform to platform. Just go ahead and keep reloading our Magnum. He will not jump down. Don't worry about it. If we keep him in this location, that's it, folks. That is the final boss of Resident Evil 2.
That's insane.
We did it. And just in time for the elevator. How weird. So now me and Anthony are going to let the final cutscenes commence.
Wait, what? Why is he up there?
He's just dead up there. Made absolutely zero sense.
Staring you down.
He's like, this son of a bitch got me. Alright, so we're going to watch the final cutscene commence, and then we will be back to send our farewells. Thank you for watching so far. Alright guys, and just like that, that was a no save, no damage for Leon's first, or A scenario, the United States version. I want to thank you guys...
Chad Kennedy.
Yeah, that's his actual middle name instead of the S. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning into these videos. It's been a full year of content. My friends like Ant Zombie Slayer and many others have had my back through these times while making them. And it's been a pleasure, really. I have grown so much as not just a content creator, but a gamer. When I first started doing these runs, I had to constantly keep saving, and as I practiced and put the time in, just like anything, you get better and better. I want to thank
Yeah.
Ant Zombie Slayer for being on this stream with me, and also all of his content. Please go check him out and hit the bell and give him a like and a follow. He does great work. Thank you, Anthony, for being on this. He will be on all of our OG Resident Evil commentaries.
Yes, I can't wait. Thank you for this. This was a lot of fun, and thank you for the shout out. Also, check out, of course, Notorious Base. His channel. He's got a lot of great content. Like I said before, he does the no save, no damage now, which is amazing. I mainly just do Let's Plays. There's a couple of no damage like challenges I did for Resident Evil 2 remake with the tofu and punk that you can find on there. But this was a lot of fun, and I can't wait to do more.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that shout out. Definitely check him out. He has a couple of no damage runs. He's working very hard on, practicing his runs, and eventually we'll see him even do another one. He has a Resident Evil 2 full run, segmented for Leon scenario, and it is very well done. So go check it out. Stick around, guys. This is the Notorious Base and Ant Zombie Slayer signing off. Thanks again for tuning in, and stay around to watch the end results. We'll see you for the next one.
See you later, and stay vigilant.